Good afternoon and welcome to Cuyahoga County's Community Development Committee meeting. It's Tuesday, May 30th at approximately 3:39 p.m. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
As a reminder to all in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Calling the roll for Ms. Stevens.
Present.
Mr. Jones. Ms. Simon. Ms. Simon is absent. Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Gallagher is absent. Mr. Kelly.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Do we have any public comment today?
Yes, Madam Chair, we have one person signed in for public comment. Lou?
Good afternoon. I'm glad to be here to support all the resolutions we have today. Friendly in settlement. Myself, physically, I have attended different community events there. I can see how good they are to serve the community. And it is a time they do need some of the funding to help them to improve their signage. It may not be important in some other people's mind, just like we have another resolution for the people who wants to extend their creativities, their artistic powers to help the community with the film. COVID-19 really brought up all the different situations people did not anticipate it. However, if today we realize mental health is as important as the physical health, all these resolutions are actually within the limits to help people to recover from COVID-19 pandemic. I have to thank the so-called slush fund queens and the slush fund kings. Unfortunately, you guys could not even get a bigger funding to help the community more. Think about that. We still have a community. You finally got a chance from this funding you are given to help to replace only one fire engines in their community. We need more of that. And this is our investment to the community, to our people, to our workforce, to nourish our seniors and our children and students. In that case, maybe we are walking towards the direction that we will not keep losing population. And this will open our brighter tomorrow. Thank you very much.
There's no one else, Madam Clerk?
No, that concludes our public comment.
Thank you. Next is approval of minutes from the May 1st, 2023 meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Thank you. Second? I'll second the motion. Hearing, is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor of approval of the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing no opposition, the minutes are approved from the May 1st meeting. Madam Clerk, if you would begin the items that have been referred to this committee, please.
Resolution 2023-0127, awarding a total sum not to exceed $15,000 to the Friendly Inn Settlement Incorporated for the Friendly Inn signage project from the District 8 ARPA Community Grant Fund. Excuse me, Madam Chair, can you see if your microphone is turned on, please?
You're right.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Yolanda Armstrong, and I'm the president and CEO of the Friendly Inn Settlement Incorporated.
So talk to us about your project request today.
Well, today's project request is being able to put in new signage for our organization. As you know, we will be celebrating 150 years of service to this community next year, and we're starting the process now. We had some upgrades that needed to occur in our building, and now we're looking outside our building. And if you have not had an opportunity, I'd just like to turn you to do I just keep hitting it? This button.
So as you go there, you're retiring the old sign.
Okay, So we are retiring the old sign, and we would like to put in a new sign in front of our building. We think it's so important as we celebrate the 150 years, but also so that people can see where we are. And the reason why I say that is because we serve between 6,000 to 10,000 folks in the community, as well as outside the community, for the various services that we provide. In my slide presentation, you will see a picture of the present sign that we have that's falling apart. And then you see the picture of the new sign that we would like to put in front of our building. This will allow people to know where we're located. It would also continue to show the resistance of this organization and how we have continued to move forward. We have not closed not one day during the time of the pandemic. We've been able to serve folks who were needed food, folks who were in need of assistance when it came to decreasing the maternal infant deaths syndrome that we're facing here in Cuyahoga County, as well as other services. And so at this point in time, I am here requesting dollars to go with the dollars that we are receiving from the city of Cleveland, which will be about $5,500 from the city, to be able to purchase the sign and to have it built. We're planning on starting that project in July, and we should be finished by the end of July.
You have Councilman Starr. I gotta remember. You have a commitment from him, and so you only need 20,500 or so to put this together, or do you
So the
have-
total amount it's about $5,500 from Councilman Starr and about $15,000 from the ARPA dollars that we're requesting, and then about $500 that we're getting from our own organization that someone donated towards the sign.
So you have the bid has been awarded?
Yes,
Okay, and so as soon as we approve this, you'll move forward.
that is correct.
Okay. Any questions to my colleagues? Good?
It will be located right outside. So as you come on Unwin, 2386 Unwin Road, as you come down the side street, you'll see the sign, and you'll come pulling into our parking lot. The other thing I didn't mention is not only do we provide the services there, but we also support a lot of community partners who have meetings in our building. And to be honest with you, again, because of COVID, we did not charge a fee for people to use our building as long as they serve the people in the community. And that's very important as we're building our partnerships with those in the community as well as outside the community that seek our building for different events that are important to the people in Central. Thank you. A 150 years next year. And as my grandmother always say, to whom much is given, much is required. And so this is what we need to do for the community. The work that I do is what I want to do because it's the need of the community. Thank you.
Okay, without further ado, I would accept a motion at this point in time. Mr. President?
I'll make a motion. Second?
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
There's definitely no opposition to this. Congratulations. It moves forward to full council for 3 readings.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One question.
Certainly.
You mentioned that you had a before and after.
Yes, the slide had a picture of, so we had the opportunity to be featured on Believe Cleveland. And when Danita did a story on our agency, the first thing you saw was that sign, and it looked terrible. So we knew we needed to try to get the funding to replace that sign and to do Believe Cleveland again.
So I'm buddies with, Geraldine, Jerry Burns.
Yes.
And so that sign has been there a while.
It's been there since 2003. So it's time. And Jerry would be happy. She was one of my mentors.
Good woman.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm delighted to see that you were continuing this in the excellent manner that she did too.
Thank you very much. And if
Thank
you
you for
didn't
your
know,
work.
there is one thing I wanted to mention that was in the the slide presentation was that we just opened up our Geraldine Burns Behavioral Health Services Center program, which we hope to expand and have a partnership soon, but I can't tell you with who yet. But
We'll
we're
get
looking
off the
forward
record
to.
and whisper with you.
Yes, yes, yes. But that's how I met Jerry and knew that this is something, and she knew about this before she passed away.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Madam Clerk?
Resolution 2023-0142, awarding a total sum not to exceed $34,500 to the Crew Foundation for the Gin Academy Summer Filming Cohort from the District 9 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Aye. If you would come to the podium and state your name and your affiliation, please, ma'am.
Thank you. My name is Sheila Wright, and I am with the Crew Foundation. Thank you so much for having us here.
If you explain conceptually what you hope to accomplish with the funding we give you and who else is in partnership with you.
Absolutely, and I would be remiss if I didn't recognize one of our board members, Keith Lippman, who's in the audience here. He's on the County Audit Committee, so he's here as well from a board and fiduciary responsibility, if you have questions for him. So the Crew Foundation, which stands for Creating Real Entertainment Workforce, has been working since about 2017 to stand up the production industry here in Northeast Ohio. Cuyahoga County Council has supported this industry for years now with funding with respect to the Film Commission. I was on the board of the Film Commission, and to other endeavors. But what we realize is similar to our theater industry, is that we need to stand up the local ecosystem of production. And this effort is to do just that. We've partnered with Ginn Academy to bring students into a cohort to train them this summer. They will be developing a documentary, but more importantly, they will gain skills in terms of being on set. They will have skills that will transfer into other industries. They will receive training for, interview skills. They will have a direct pipeline to Cleveland State's film school if they're interested, to Tri-C's workforce production program if they're interested, and then other opportunities around the country. We would support them in that effort. They will receive a stipend, and that's important because other programs have not been able to provide funding to participants. And so we wanted to incentivize the students to be a part of this. This is sustainable in short term in that it is a summer pilot for 7 weeks. It starts June 20th and it will end, I believe, August 4th, 7 weeks. The reason why it's sustainable is because we will partner with the Ginn Academy and YOU after this year, once we show that there's impact here, and that will supplement the stipends for the young people. While we train them and prepare them for this industry, when bigger films come here, they can't work on them because they're under 18. But we have a bill before the Senate right now, Senate Bill 5, to raise our production cap. Well, that matters because they're going to need they're going to need workers. And we need to be training people here on the ground. We need to demonstrate to Columbus that Northeast Ohio is ready to be a participant in this industry. So this is a small pilot that's going to have huge impact. Some of the partners that we're working with, in addition to Cleveland State and Tri-C, we will be working with the Federal Reserve Bank because they set the economic indicators for labor. So we've asked the Federal Reserve Bank to talk to their colleagues in Georgia, in California, in New York, and help us understand how they are assessing the economic impact of those industries. This, in our opinion, is the 21st century version of General Motors, Ford, because it has such a low barrier to entry, but people can make competitive wages doing this. And they're already doing a lot of it in their home. You see them on social media. So this is allowing us to formalize it, bring them together, and also, again, stand up the existing production industry. I don't know if all of you have been in Cleveland all your life, but if you recall how the theater industry was falling apart years ago, and stakeholders, government, Foundation said, we're going to stand up this industry. And now Playhouse Square is one of the largest economic drivers in Northeast Ohio. That didn't require a state legislation to do that. That required commitment at the local level, and that's what we want to do with this industry.
Thank you, Ms. Wright.
Thank you so much.
Questions from my colleagues? Mr. Kelly?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Is there any other funding to this, or is it all from ARPA dollars?
So this will be from ARPA dollars, but I just want to give you a broader context. Last year, we did a year of planning to prepare for this. The people who funded that was the Cleveland Foundation, the Fowler Family Foundation, the Good Community Foundation, Key Bank Foundation, and I think the county gave us some funds as well. For this, we are getting funding from the Good Community Foundation, and I'm actually talking to some other members of council. Because it's such a small program, you know, it's an opportunity to build off of what was done. As we move forward and scale it, we will be working with other partners. I will tell you, I am in conversation with the state about developing an industry sector partnership around this. And so this will demonstrate how we work as an ecosystem here and allow us to get other funding later.
To follow up on my colleague, so you worked last year with, I'm assuming, grant funds to do the estimates on the time of that you want from each of the students, and you used professional staff from Ginn Academy?
So
what are they saying their partnership costs were for the previous year?
So last year, the professionals that we used were Stephanie Wahomey with Art of Me, LJ Reynolds with LJ Productions, and we're also working with the Cleveland Public Library. This partnership with Ginn Academy came about this year because as we were looking for students, we understood that the principal, Damon Holmes, had created something similar to this in Newark, New Jersey. And so he actually invited us to come and work with his students. We were going to open this up to just say whoever was interested, but we, you know, and we spoke to Eric Gordon, who said to me, I have some schools that may be interested, but based on where their priorities were, production and film, that wasn't one of the top priorities when we were talking about career paths. And so the fact that Ginn Academy has a principal who's done this, has a founder who's interested in it, it just was kind of a perfect storm, if you will. So they were not part of our preparation process, if you will. We just came together because of the availability of the students and the interest of the principal.
Who are the facilitators?
The facilitators are Steph Wahomey with Art of Me, Stephanie, and that's part of the package that I gave to you. Stephanie's been doing this for almost, I think, 15 years. She's done over 100 films. She's on the board of GCUF. She just did a couple of productions. The last one she did was at the Museum of Art. She actually has a literacy-based program that she does film with, so she teaches students script writing, and then she creates something. She's hosted her productions in some of the larger theaters around the city, and so she will be one of the facilitators, and the other facilitator will be Kevin Taylor with Kevin Taylor Productions. So Kevin is also on the board of GCUF. Kevin has worked with Nike and other different players locally. He's worked very closely with Stephanie, so that's why they'll be working together around this. And then we'll also be partnering with another organization, Lord, well, I don't know why it's escaping me. They deal with social justice. Well, my age has kicked in right now.
We're not going to comment on age at this table.
You know, let me just say, as someone who has had a very brief but fortunate opportunity to sit in the seat of working for a funder, I will tell you, I'm very clear that creating new programs, creating other sources of need can become problematic. The way that we are approaching this is to make sure that this is impact heavy and program light. We're going to leverage existing resources. So this investment is very important, but the size and scale of the opportunity is beyond what is in the four corners of this proposal, if you will. So this is a opportunity to spend a smaller amount of money for a larger impact versus going to get a large amount of money and coming back with, and trying to figure out what the impact is. I've learned to make the best use of dollars and partners, if you will.
Any
Chair, the 10 students at Ted Ginn, are they all seniors?
So some are
freshmen?
seniors, some are juniors. Now we have the good problem that more of them want to be a part of the program. And so we probably will be going back to my foundation and asking to partner to extend it out because the buzz has gone around the school and they're very
What's the
excited.
additional, so are you looking at 5 more students or 10 more students?
I just talked to Damon today. At this point, he has 17 students total, but they're coming. He didn't think that he would have that much of a response because it's the summertime, kids have jobs. We're competing with, what is the college program that everyone does?
College Now?
Now,
It's not College Now, it's, darn, there go that age again. Well, anyway, but a lot of them have commitments. And so, one, obviously they're excited about the stipend. And two, they're excited about doing something that's fun. And so the response is more than what we anticipated. So we did just have a call today saying that we probably would go and ask for some more support from our foundation.
Okay.
But happy to bring that before this body as well. And I just want to say, I want to thank the chair, Councilwoman Stevens, for a long time support of this industry, just understanding how this works in Northeast Ohio, and for your leadership of being willing to support this, and also Councilwoman Meredith Turner, who led out with support around us as well.
So surprise to you, staff will have to amend this because I did commit to Councilwoman Turner that I guess you had told her you had additional
Thank
young
you.
people.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
So, our team told me I had a few $1,000s left, because I told you that I had no money.
Right.
And they told me I did have a few thousand left. So.
Thank you.
Can we figure out how to
Madam
get
Chair.
her that additional 10,000?
most definitely. And
Thank you so much.
I know the importance of Ted Ginn with a 98% graduation rate.
Yes.
That they have for Cleveland Public School, that is incredible. So the things he's
Absolutely.
doing, the best practices that are built into what he does should just be replicated. You know, it's just the best kept secret. And the opportunity
Really is.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. It's the best kept secret. So any support that we can give to help, and I will certainly do as Councilwoman Cheryl Stevens, whatever the number is for
So
the
if
children
you'll
that
stay a
want
little
to
bit
participate.
longer, we'll figure this out.
And we'll do this, what
much.
committee is for, to roll up our sleeves and do this type of work. So whatever the number is, we want to make sure that every student that has a desire, that we can do what we can to help. So we'll figure that out, and we'll split it. We'll split it.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll split it.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Oh, is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Hold on, we have to vote.
Oh, sorry.
Do I hear a motion for this funding?
I'll make a motion that we move this to the full council, under 3 readings.
Under 3 readings. Is there a second?
Second.
Hearing a motion 2 and a second, we will, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none opposed, this moves to full council for 3 readings. Congratulations.
Thank you all to the chair. Thank you so much.
Okay, Madam Clerk, we have one more item.
Resolution 2023-0150, authorizing an agreement with the City of Lakewood in the amount not to exceed $523,506 for home-funded activities for the period May 1st, 2023 through April 30th, 2025.
Good afternoon. I am Prentice Jackson here on behalf of the Department of Housing and Community Development.
So you want to describe for us how $523,506 of home funds need to go to Lakewood. How'd you come up with 506?
$506, $523,506 was the allotment that was provided under the formula allocation for the Home Investment Partnerships Program.
And so you're going to forward all of that to Lakewood?
Yes,
Because the consortium is, what, 5 cities now?
4 cities. It is a cities of Cleveland Heights, Euclid, Lakewood, and Parma, and each has their own allocation formula.
They bring it to the pool, and then some years they take it away, and sometimes they leave it there.
Yes,
They've been before this committee before.
yes.
And so Lakewood is about to expend it on what?
They are going to expend it on eligible rehabilitation, home buyer assistance, and new construction affordable housing.
So this is going to be a rehab loan pool or a rehab grant pool?
Rehab loan pool.
Okay. And how many folks do they think they'll be able to help?
I don't have that information currently at the moment, but I can get that for you.
So what, will they lend anywhere from 5,000 to 25, or what's their range?
I do not have that information, Arthur.
Okay, we'll beat up on Sarah then. I'm sorry, Director Parks Jackson. Any other questions from my colleagues? All right, given the track record of this program, I will accept a motion from one of my colleagues to move this forward to full council, but it will have to have 3 readings, and tell Director Parks Jackson that she needs to email me what the funding range is per applicant and how many applicants the city of Lakewood expects to move through this program.
Chair,
Yes.
I recommend we go to full council for 3 readings.
Is there a second?
Second?
Since there's a first and a second, with no conversation, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? With no opposition, this moves forward to the full council for 3 full readings.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, are there any other items to come before this committee?
There are no additional items.
All right. Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.